How's it going, guys? My name is TJP and welcome back to another Madden video here on the channel. We've got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what we're using today. So we've got 5 seasons as per usual. Injuries will be on. Not meant to be realistic. If I say some names wrong, I apologize in advance. Can't stress that enough. It's a video game at the end of the day. Don't take this seriously, okay? We're just here for some fun. Bag on EA. Like and subscribe and join the content. Comment down below some more videos. Go to socials. Playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description, as well as the rules in case you forget. And with that all being said, let's get on to the gameplay. All right, and yeah, this is the final wildcard team that got eliminated in the wildcard. Now they were three seeded, but they lost to the Commanders. Right? It was the Commanders? Yeah, it was the Commanders. So hopefully this time around, that won't happen. We have Baker Mayfield at the QB spot. Bucky Irving. Rashad White and Jonas Williams. Those Tucker up there for the halfbacks. No fullbacks. Wide receivers got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin Jr., and Buka at the wide receiver positions. Cade Otton, tight end. Tristan Wirfs, left tackle. Redison's going to be the left guard. Graham Barton at the center. Cody's going to be at the right guard. Luke will be at the right tackle position. Hassan Reddick, left edge. Yaya at the right edge. Yeah, at the defensive tackle position. No Sams. Mike's going to be David. Dennis at the will spot. Corners, you've got Dean, McCollum, and Morrison. Free safeties, Antoine Winfield Jr. Strong safety, Ty Key Smith. Kicking is McLaughlin. Punting is Dixon. And Decker's at the long snapper spot. Alright, I'm going to look at the improved team. And we're going to take a look and see who we've got ratings-wise. If there's anybody here we can improve upon. For the will spot, let's pick up Josie Jewell. Why not? I have the money to do so. We'll sign him. So we'll grab him. We are kind of low on roster spots. Might as well add some more talent. And then in terms of defensive tackles, I mean, Vea's there. Yancey's there. So I don't know if I want to grab a defensive tackle. What kind of right edges are out there for us? I think we're fine on that position. Any corners? Could pick up Kendall Fuller. He is there. Yeah, I'll pick him up. Why not? Alright. Why not? Now I'm going to get to simulating. And then we'll see how this team does. I will double check the schemes. And we will get on to simulating at the mid-season point. I might change up these playbooks as well. But yeah, we're 87%. We can keep it that way for now. Maybe at the mid-season point, we'll see how we're doing. I want to take a look at double check, make sure we have our picks. What pick situation is looking like. We have all of our picks. Beautiful. All right. I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. Maybe before then if I decide to make a trade. And hopefully Tampa Bay be good. All right, we're at the mid-season point. Look at all these injuries. Not really to us, but Saints have a lot. I mean, we do have injuries too, 4, but sitting at 5-2, not bad. That is the top of the NFC South. We do have some negotiations to take care of, which we will do. We will do that, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I want to take a look and see who's playing well. So we'll look at the stats. So Baker Mayfield, 1,457 yards. He's got 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 108.9 passer rating at a 68% completion percentage. Bucky, 509 and 3 TDs. White, 223 and 4. All right. Godwin Jr., 562, 8 TDs, 294 and 1 from Igbuka. Evans, 261 and 2 TDs, 135 and 1 from Otton. Sacks, 5 from Wirfs. Bredesen 2, same thing with Luke and Cody. Barton with 1 sack allowed. Vontae David, 43 tackles. McCollum, 38, 32 from Jones. couple guys with 31, 29 from Dean, a couple guys with 26, 22 from Vea, sacks, 10 from Reddick already, Yaya 4.5, 2.5 from Cansey, 2 from Vea, and a couple guys with a half sack. In terms of interceptions, a couple guys with 2 and several with 1. Then you have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return there for those that are curious. All right, on that note, we should get to simulating. So let's do it. But I do have to also re-sign some guys here. I will extend probably most of these dudes. The thing is, Mike Evans is going to have a lot of money. Yep, so, I mean, he's a great player. Still really good, but I'm going to have to restructure contracts. I'm not going to be able to sign all these guys. But as long as I can sign most of them, I guess that's fine. So let me do this. I'll let you guys know if I have an update for you on guys to re-sign, and then we'll head on to the playoffs, and hopefully we are a playoff team. All right, so I did my signings, or at least the ones I could do for now. Fuller didn't accept his, but other than that, the rest of these guys will have to wait. So that's fine. Just let them wait. I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Hopefully, like I said, we're in there. I don't think I'm doing any trades, but I do want to double check. Yeah, I got to load in that draft class. So the one I usually use is this one. Actually, the one I've always been using is that one. And yeah, let's get on to the playoffs. Can we make it? Well, let's find out. Second half of the season, we didn't make the playoffs. Very, very bad. Yeah, we choked a little bit. Not gonna lie, we were 3-7 the rest of the way. It doesn't really help when listen, we had a few guys hurt, but yeah, bad second half of the season. Baker Mayfield, I mean, did pretty solid. 3,790 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 69% complete percentage, 105.7 passer rating. Bucky, 1,175 yards, 8 TDs, 329.6 from White. Baker, 272, 1 TD. In terms of receiving yards, Chris Godwin Jr., 1,269 yards, 14 TDs, 676 and 4 from Mike Evans. Bucca, 63 and 1, and Cade Otton, 449 and 2. You can see a few guys, get a lot of guys play 15 games, so guys missing some time. In terms of our lines, you can see there, Wirfs, 11 sacks allowed, 7 from Cody, 6 from Barton, a couple guys with 5, 3 from Benjamin. In terms of tackles, 113 from Levante David. Column 86, 80 from Jones, Reddick 76, 74 from Dean, 63 from Vea, 59 from a couple dudes, 50 from Yaya, Jules 48, 46 from Fuller, and yeah, just dips from there. In terms of not interceptions just yet, we have sacks. Reddick 17, 12 from Yaya, Vea with 7.5, 4 from Cansey, Jewel 2, a few guys with 1, a half sack from a few guys 2. In terms of interceptions, 4 from Dean, several with 2, and a couple guys with 1. You're kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return there for those that care. And that is it. So I'm going to get on to the offseason. We're going to try to see if we can restructure some contracts. We do have our first round pick. I might want to try to trade for another first round pick, actually, as well. So I might do that, too, in the offseason. But let's just see who ends up winning the Super Bowl for now, and then we're going to get on to the offseason, try to bring back some of our guys, restructure contracts, and yeah, see if we can get ourselves some more talent on this team for season number 2. The answer we have here for Super Bowl is we have the Rams beating the Ravens, and Stafford gets 2 MVP, Mahomes, NFL MVP, Jonathan Gannon, Coach of the Year, Kendrick Bourne, Offensive Player of the Year, Mike Parsons, Jackson Dart, Offensive Player of the Defensive Year, there was Oladejo. That's it. Okay, we will get on to re-sign players phase. I'll see if there's any contracts we can restructure, and we will go on the offseason from there. All right, we have a little bit of room to play with. Cansey got an option, so we'll accept it. Fuller would like to keep him around. Will he stay? Probably want to test. Oh, he actually stays. Okay, I thought he was going to test there. I did give him that offer, but this time around he stays. Looking around, just let's see if there's anybody else here that we might want to keep. A few guys, maybe we'll see if they want to stay or if they want to leave. I'm fine with it either way. Hassan Reddick might be gone. Yeah, he's gone. All right, that's fine. All right. Probably want to get a left edge in the draft anyway. Gaines, you have Tucker. Interested in re-signing. Look, offer Gaines. Okay, so we get another defensive tackle. It's fine with me. Outside of that, yeah, I'm going to restructure contracts since I am over the cap. Or at least close to being over the cap. I'm only at 3.8 million. 3.76. Alright, so I'm going to let these guys test. That's fine with me. We're going to have a little bit of money after restructuring contracts, which is good. I am also, like I said, going to try to see if I can get ourselves another first-round pick. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's see if there's anybody out here we can maybe pick up for the team for season number... Alright, a done deal with the Rams. I'm getting their first-round pick, so the last pick. Also 2 6 and a 7th for 2 seconds, 2 thirds, 2 fourths. Just wanted another first-round pick. Figured might as well get one for ourselves. We also got some extra deeper picks for this year. And, yeah, that's going to help us out. Go to free agency recap because we are over the cap now. I did make all my signings anyway, so you guys will see that at the free agency recap. Okay, let's take a look at the free agency recap. Bobby Wagner, Brian Robinson Jr., Kwity Paye, and then Arnold's going to be there as well. So a couple left edges, a Mike, and we've got ourselves another halfback in Robinson. So another running back, another linebacker, and a couple edges. I like it for us. Works for us. We're going to go on to the draft. We have 2 picks. So you will see those first-round picks, selections that I make right now. All right, so we're going to pick 14. We have pick 14 and pick 32. So I'll show you guys those 2 selections. Question is, what do we want to do here? I mean, we know Lenora Sellers is that guy a lot of the time, but I'm thinking a left tackle, like Proctor, could be a good pickup for the team. I don't think we need a tight end. We need a corner. I'd like to see what our team needs are, but we could look at our roster, I guess. Fine on receivers, tight ends. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind another left tackle or like someone for the O-line. That could work. I do need a right tackle. Fine on defensive tackles. Sam's. Ooh, I only have 45 seconds. Okay, so let's make a selection. Let's pick a player. I'm thinking CJ Allen. He'll probably be there. I'm going to go with the left tackle. I'm going to get Caden Proctor from Alabama. Add to our offensive line. I think that's a good pick for us. And then my next pick here, rather. And before I do it, go to the recap. I'll show you guys the recap. You'll see the recap. Let's see who's out there for us. So we'll see. We can grab him. Sellers are still there, but again, I don't really want a quarterback. I mean, we can take Oregon's finest. LT Overton. Not him. I'm talking about the other guy below him. Can't say his name. Mateo. But I think I'm going to go CJ Allen. Get a Sam. I feel like those are hard to come by. Alright, let's look at this draft recap. We'll view it. I mean, we got some good players. You saw the guys I took, but we did get ourselves a couple halfbacks, some edges. We got a Mike. We did get another quarterback in the 7th round, but yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna we're obviously gonna rock Baker Mayfield for now. So I'm gonna see you guys in season number 2. Let's see if we can make the playoffs this season. All right, season number 2. We're gonna look at the roster, and again, it's Mayfield at the QB. Bucky, Robinson Jr., White are your top halfbacks. No fullbacks. Wide receivers, you got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin Jr., and Bucca. Tight end's going to be Cade Otton. Left tackle, Tristan Wirfs. Bredeson's going to be the left guard. Center's going to be Barton. Cody's at the right guard. Right tackle will be Luke when he comes back. Arnold at the left edge. Yaya at the right side. Right edge. Vea's going to be the defensive tackle. CJ Allen, Sam, Bobby Wagner at the mic. Dennis at the will spot. Corners, Dean, Fuller, and McCollum are the top three dudes. Free safeties could be Winfield Jr., strong safety, Tyke Smith. Kicking, McLaughlin. We don't have a punter. I'm going to pick one up, and then Deckers. So let me pick up a punter. And then I'm going to try to see if we can get ourselves another Will. We'll get Pinion for the team. Why not? Yeah, I'm going to try to see if we can get a Will. Do we have any free agency? I could re-sign Jewel on the team. I could pick up Singleton. But I kind of want to trade for one if possible. So we'll look around and see if there is any out there. We have a little bit of cap room to work with. I'll look around and see if there's any Wills we can get for the team. And then we will just simulate season number 2. Hope for the best. We have a done deal here with the Eagles. I got Zach Bond, as well as a couple 6, a 5th, and a 7th. I gave up our first round pick this year. Could be a little bit risky, but we'll also give up the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th in 2029. But I do get a good Will at Zach Bond from the Eagles, so I think that will improve the defense for us. And yeah, I'm going to get on to simulating. I'm going to actually, before I even do that, adjust the staff ability since I didn't do that in the offseason last year. So we're going to do it now. Let me do that, and I will see you guys at the midseason point where hopefully we are vying for a playoff spot again. But the problem is, of course, is that we were doing that anyway, and then we ended up having a bad second half of the season. So hopefully this time around, we have a good second half of the season. So once again, same spot as we were last season, 5-2. And we have the Steelers currently in week 8, but that's fine with me. You can see we're doing pretty solid. Top 10 in 5 out of the 6 categories. We're 11th in pass yards. So we're right there. We do have a couple of injuries, Evans and Fuller, but we've been doing well. 5-2. That would be a playoff team but again, we were 5-2 last season and we lost a bunch of games. So hopefully that doesn't happen again this year. Baker Mayfield, 1,481 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Completion percentage, 66%. And yards per game, 211.6, 106.8 passer rating. Bucky Irving, 537, 4 TDs, 193 and 3 from Robinson Jr. Yards, we've got 421, 4 TDs from Chris Godwin Jr. Egbuka, 362 and 1, 305 from Mike Evans, 187 and 1 from Cade Otton. So we're looking good on that front. Sacks, 4 from Wirfs. Luke's got 3. A couple dudes with 2. 1 from Graham Barton. All right. And then you got your tackles. 40 from Wagner. Yaya, 27. 25 from Vea. Fuller, 23. A bunch of guys with 21. And then obviously just dips from there. In terms of sacks, a few guys with 5 sacks. 3.5 from Arnold. A couple dudes with 1. And a few guys with a half sack. In terms of interceptions, a couple with 2 and 1 from Bradley. Kicking. Punting. Kick return. Punt return right there for those that care. I love it. I love that for us. So the question then becomes, who is up for negotiations? Well, Dean, Mayfield, Vea, a lot of good players. And the problem is, the cap room is insufficient for me to extend. So I am going to have to wait till the offseason to do so. That is a little bit scary, but it's fine. I think we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay. Now, of course, you can see we're a bit low on the picks this time around. I mean, I could try to see if we can acquire some more picks. Maybe we have that 2028 first. We just trade down, acquire more picks for 2027 and 2028. Obviously, 2029, we have a first, second, third. But let's just see how we do the rest of the season. Let's see if we can make the playoffs. Hopefully we can. And in the offseason, we'll try to keep around, the free agents like Vea, like Mayfield, like Dean, all those guys. We'll go from there. We actually have a pretty solid NFC South, except for the Panthers, who have been 2-5, but everybody else has been pretty solid and still in the playoff hunt. Okay, and what a weird turn of events. We were 13-4 this year, and now we have won the NFC. So weird. Sometimes the sim just is on your side, other times it's not. You can see the ratings there and the rankings. They look good. And we're going to take a look at the stats. Mayfield, not a bad season. 3,404 yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 67% completion percentage, 102.8 pass rating. Bucky Irving had a really good year. 1,294, 10 TDs. 486-6 from Robinson. 385 from Mayfield. 1,054 yards, 10 TDs from Chris Godwin Jr. Buccaneers, 752-2. 659-8 from Mike Evans. Cade Otton, 524, 2 TDs. You have your sacks allowed, 9 from Wirfs, 7 from Luke. Bredesen with 5, a couple of guys with 4. In terms of defense, 98 from Wagner. 61 from Vea. Smith, 60, 59 from Dean. Yaya, 56, 54 from Zach Bond. Winfield Jr., 51, 50 from Dennis. 41 from a couple of players, and it just dips from there. How about our sacks? We have 3 guys at least 10. 14 from Zach. Vea with 12. 10.5 from Yaya. 8 from Arnold as well. Can't see 4. 3 from Dennis. Allen, 2.5. 1 from Parrish. Winfield, as well as Bradley, half sack apiece. Interceptions, 5 from Bobby, 3 from Antoine Winfield Jr., and a few guys with 1. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. For those that want to see. Yeah, on that note, we are going to get on to the divisional. See if we can win against whoever the matchup is. Okay, you have the Commanders versus the Buccaneers. You can see their ratings and rankings compared to us. Should be fun. Can we beat them? I guess we'll find out when we go to the divisional in the Super Sim. And hopefully we can beat them. All right, here we go. Raymond James Stadium. Let's hop on in. We're going to Super Sim. We're going to fast forward to the end of the game. First quarter. Washington takes first lead. We tied it, but they're going to take it right back. 10-3 now. Can we tie it? We don't. We're down 14. Cut it to 11. They're up 18. We're down 15. You're going to lose this game. Courtesy of EA's Sim Engine. 31-17. Shout out to EA, man. Love it. 31-17. After going 13-4, we're losing the divisional to the Commanders. Gives me some PTSD vibes, if I'm not mistaken. But at least this time we're in the divisional. But all right, we have got a little bit of a ways to go then, if that's the case. So let's try to see if we can make some improvements in the offseason to the roster. And the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes, NFL MVP. John Harbaugh, Coach of the Year. Patrick Mahomes, Offense Player of the Year. Defensive Player is Micah Parsons. Carnell Tate, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Darnell Jackson Jr. of the Raiders. All right, let's head on to the offseason. We're over the cap. We do have an option, I think, and that option is going to none other than Graham Barton. Yeah, I don't see anybody else. All right, we're going to have to restructure contracts. Before we even do anything else, let's restructure some contracts, team salaries, decrease the money, hopefully have enough to re-sign some of our guys or franchise tag them if necessary. That way, next year, we'll have more money to keep the players we need to keep. All right, I'm low on money. I'm not going to be able to re-sign Dean. It's not going to happen. So, he's gone. Diaby's going to be gone. Cody's going to be gone. Yeah, all these guys are going to be gone. Well, actually, I can keep McLaughlin, probably. Yeah, because I'm going to franchise tag Baker Mayfield. Because I really have no other choice but to do so. And that's fine. I mean, I'm just going to have to lower the money a ton. He probably wants a crap ton of money. Yeah, so let's just franchise tag Baker. Yeah, look at that. I can't afford that. So we're just going to lower the money. Franchise tag. And I will have to hope that I can re-sign him next season in free agency. So as I previously stated, I'm not going to be able to afford anybody in free agency. So the only way I can get replacements for some of the guys that we're going to be losing is obviously through trades. And yeah, some good players here that I wish I could keep, but unfortunately, I am out of money, so therefore I will have to find said replacements through the draft. And as you already know, I don't have draft capital that much, so I'm going to have to acquire some more picks. So let me get to that right now, and then we will head on to the draft. I'll show you guys the recap, and then season number 3 will commence shortly thereafter. Browns gave me their 3rd, 4th, 2 5th, 6th, and a 7th this year for a 2028 first-round pick. All right, back with the Rams again. 2 3rds, 4th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th in 2028, 2 3rds and a 4th this year. All right, so let's view the recap. And you can see some of the players we ended up picking up in the draft. Got ourselves some tackles. I see some receivers, corners, linebackers. I like what we did. So that's pretty much about it. I mean, there's really not anybody here that's going to probably make an impact this season. Maybe not even next season, but maybe in the final season, depending on how they develop. Who knows? But for now, we're going to get on to season number 3 and see if we can get back to the playoffs. All right, we've got season number 3 about to begin. And we're going to take a look at the roster that we have going into it. Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback. Halfbacks, Irving, Johnson. Well, not Johnson. Why did I just say Johnson? I meant to say Jr. Robinson Jr. And then Love is going to be at the halfback position as well. No fullbacks, wide receivers. Got Godwin Jr., Mike Evans, and then Egbuka at the receiver positions. Top 3 dudes. Tight end, K. Dotton, only 1. Wirfs at the left tackle spot. Cross at the left guard. Left tackle, Barton. Elijah Klein, right guard. Luke's going to be the right tackle. Left edge, Arnold is there. Right edge will be Chris Braswell. Defensive tackle, got Vea, Yancey. Pretty good. Sam's going to be C.J. Allen. Bradley at the mic. Will's spot's going to be Zach Vaughn. Corners, McCollum, Morrison, and Parrish are the top 3 corners. Free safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. Strong safety, Tyke Smith. Kicking is McLaughlin. Punting is Pinion. No long snappers to speak of. All right. As you already know, I can't make trades. We're over the cap. Can't sign anybody. We're over the cap. But I will say this. Hopefully next year we will have money, but I'm going to have to spend most of it on re-signing Baker Mayfield because he's on a franchise tag. Or I could also just try to get a different quarterback. That is an option too that I can also consider. But, yeah, because I'm looking at the salary here. Yeah, we can't restructure anybody right now, of course, so we'll just wait on doing that. Yeah, let's just get to simming. We'll see how this team does. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too, and I'll see you at the midseason, where hopefully we can be a solid team and contending for a playoff spot from then on there. At the midseason point, 3-4. It's not the best. We only have 1 injury right now. It's not far off, though. We are still in the hunt for a wild card spot. A lot of teams are 3-4. So I'm not too concerned. But just figured I would put that out there. And plus, we lost our last 2 games. We win those, we're 5-2. You really look at it that way. I'm going to take a look at the stats. Baker Mayfield has not been that great in terms of throwing touchdowns. He does have a lot of throwing yards. 103.6 pass rating, good completion percentage. 5-12-5 down the rush from Bucky Irving. Mayfield 119-2, 119-2 from Brian Robinson Jr. Al's got 26-3. Okay. 568-2 from Chris Godwin Jr. on the receiving. Buka 297-2, 253 from Cade. Evans 228, 1 TD. Sacks allowed, Wirfs 9, 4 from Barton, Luke 3, 1 from Cross. Tackles, Zach Bond 56 on defense, 36 from a couple players, 33 from McCollum. Arnold 26. Obviously just continues to dip from there. In terms of sacks, 4 from Arnold. They have 3.5. A couple guys with 1.5 sack there from CJ Allen. Just 1 interception, Demarius Bradley. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. So there you go. You got your special teams there. I want to look at the negotiations. We're going to do that now. Yeah, we do have cap room, but again, this is where it's going to get interesting. Winfield Jr., got to re-sign him. Bucky Irving, got to re-sign him. Mayfield, Bond, Godwin's out there. So, I don't know. Part of me thinks that, and Igbuka's got an option, so that's fine. Part of me thinks that it's going to be difficult to justify me wanting to keep Baker Mayfield. All things considered. But, because I do want to keep these other guys, and the problem is I'm going to have to restructure contracts. Okay, Winfield is on the fence. It's not what I really wanted to hear. Bucky should re-sign. I think that's a good option offer, and it was, so he re-signs. So that's good. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get Baker. He wants way too much money. So, we'll see. Zach Bond, I want to keep him around, of course. Something like that should work. It does. Peggy Smith. Something like this should work. Yep, a big forehead. Nothing wrong with that, though. Means he's an intelligent guy. Elijah. We have Vea, but might as well get him too. Chris Godwin. Can't re-sign him yet. All right. So yeah, we're going to have to restructure contracts. Keep around some of these guys. I mean, McMillan maybe I can keep. Yeah, that should work. Something like this. And then, yeah, Guka also will offer. I'll give him the option. Outside of that, nobody else here is super important. But, I don't know. Part of me thinks, what if we were to trade Mayfield? Like, what is his... cap hits this. Yeah, it still doesn't give me enough, so I can't really trade for him. All right, we're just going to have to figure it out in the offseason, try to restructure contracts, and hope that I can keep him around. But yeah, let's advance on to playoffs and see if the Buccaneers can turn it around from here on out. All right, and we ended up going 10-7, made the playoffs. We're taking on the Vikings in the wild card match. So if we take a look at the stats and awards, Mayfield, 3,704 yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 73% completion percentage, and 111 passer rating. Rush-wise, Bucky Irvin, 1,008 and 7 TDs, 531 and 7 from Robinson Jr., Baker Mayfield, 297 and 4. Receiving yards, 1,118 yards, 7 TDs, 795 and 3 from Igbuka, 736 and 4 from Mike Evans, Cade Otton, 552 and 1. You have your sacks allowed, 13 from Wirfs, a couple guys with 5, 4 from Cross, Klein with 3. Tackles, 119 from Bond, 73 from Allen, Winfield Jr., 69, 68 from McCollum, they have 65, 60 from Arnold, 52 from Smith, Parrish, 46, 42 from Morrison. Sacks, 13.5 from Vea, Arnold 8, 4.5 from Allen, Bond and Cansey 2 apiece. A few guys with 1.5, 1 from Caldwell, and a few guys with a half sack. In terms of interceptions, 3 from Morrison, 2 from McCollum, and a couple guys with 1. You have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return for those that are curious. All right, so we're going to get to the playoffs here, which I'm pretty excited about. But before we even do that, we have to restructure these staff abilities. We have to make sure that they're loaded in, and we can get them to diamond. So I'm going to do that, and then and also these guys with silver too. So, and then yeah, we're going to get on to super simming this playoff matchup. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. So I'll see you guys when I'm done with this in the super sim. We're going to Tampa, Florida. And yeah, this should be fun. Let's see if we can beat Vikings. First blood will go to us. They take the lead. No, they actually tied it. I thought they were going to take the lead. We take the lead. They are Down 7. We're going to go up 4 now. Fourth quarter, up 11. Make it 18. And yeah, we're going to win this one 31-13 and advance on to the divisional again. As you can see, we bested the Vikings. See Baker Mayfield, solid job there, and Jake McCarthy and the boys. Let's head on to the divisional. All right, so we're taking on the Rams. You can see we're going to go to SoFi Stadium. We're on the road this time, but you can see pretty solid rankings for us there. We have the better defense. I would say their offense is better, but we are, in terms of talent, the better team as well, even though their record says otherwise. Can we beat the Rams and get to the conference championship this year? That is what we're about to find out, so I'll see you in the Super Sim. All right, SoFi Stadium. That is where we're heading. Didn't mean to do that. Jump into the game and see what happens. Rams score first. They go up 7-0. We tie it. They'll take the lead 14-7, but we tie it. Second half, it is tied. They take the lead. We tie it. They take the lead. We tie it. They have a 3-point lead. We're going to go normal speed here, 3rd and 3. Get a first down. Okay, 5-yard rush. 3rd and 5. 4th and inches. Wow, Laughlin makes the field goal. All right. Kick off there, 1st and 10. 6-yard rush, 2nd and 4. For the Rams, they get a 4-yard reception, 3rd and inches. 26-yard reception. 1st and 10, 5-yard rush. Big sack there. 3rd and 15. All right, they're going to go for the field goal. So we're going to be down 3, unless they miss this somehow, which would be amazing. We will have a timeout. 2 timeouts, actually. This is doable. Minute 36. Let's see where we will be after the kickoff at the 27-yard line. So minute 32 to go, 73 yards to take the lead, that is, but even less than to actually try to tie it. And off to a good start there. That's a great one right there. That is McMillan with the reception, and we don't have to use a timeout because we get to the sideline and step out of bounds. So that's good start to the scoring drive, potential scoring drive. And then as I say that, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Baker. Okay. Use a timeout. 3rd and 3. Not in field goal range. We need to get a first down. Which we get. And we are not out of bounds. The clock will run. 39-yard line. I think we're going to run it here. Will we run? Let's see. No, we do not. Can't get sacked. All right, Baker's tucking and running. There we go. We are going to run it. Baker Mayfield. Big gain. Right there. 10-yard line. Puts us in primetime scoring position. I think we might as well try to go for the touchdown. We'll maybe get a yard there and call a timeout. Well, actually, it was an injury timeout. All right, 2nd and 9. Here's the thing. We don't have any timeouts, so we can't do anything stupid here, like not get the field goal. So if we don't get it, if we don't get the touchdown here, we obviously have to go for the field goal. And we get the touchdown. Let's friggin' go. That is Cade Otton. So we are going to take a 4-point lead. Yes. So the Rams will have a chance with 25 seconds. Not a great one, but still a chance nevertheless to try to tie the game. Or not tie the game. They can't tie the game. They have to win the game. Okay? Yeah. So let's see where they're going to end up being here. And, ooh, they actually get a really good return there at 19 seconds. They're going to be at the 43 line. They have to go 57 yards with 3 timeouts in 19 seconds. That's not bad. Hopefully they don't do it. Cade's looking. And, ooh, Zay dropped it. Pretty sure it's Zay. I think he's number 4 on this team as well. Incomplete pass, 15 seconds to go. They're going to stay in bounds. They have to call a timeout. 3rd and 1. They have 2 timeouts left, so it's not like that's that big of a deal for them. All right, 3rd and 1. Can we get a stop here? He's going to tuck and run and slide down. 6 seconds left. He's got 1 play left. I'd say 1 timeout. I think they're going end zone. Do not commit anything stupid. Good catch. Oh, they have 1 play left. That actually was... I wish we didn't take them down. All right, then we need to get a stop here. Oh, this is big. That was a bad pass. Very bad pass from Kate. I don't know what the AI was doing there, the CPU. Very dumb, but I will take a win. 38-34. We will take it. Shout out to the guys getting the job done. And we are going to the NFC Championship game here in season number 3. Let's see who the opponent is. We have the Packers hacking it in. The Packers. Buccaneers. All right. Cool. So you can see our ratings and rankings compared to them. We'll try to see if we can win and advance on to the Super Bowl in season number 3. Only to find out how we're going to do that, though, is through the Super Sim. So let's do it. See if we can win. All right. It is Super Sim time. Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. The Battle of the Bays. Which Bay is better? Tampa or Green? All right, we're up 10-0 to start. We go up 6 now. Second half, 6-point lead for us. We're going to go up 14 now. Make it 17. 10-point game. And, yep, we are going to the Super Bowl in season number 3. 24-14 as Baker Mayfield is baking up something good. 2 touchdowns, 307 yards. Yeah, outplayed Jordan Love. All right, and we're in the Super Bowl taking on the Buffalo Bills. As you can see, the stats and the ratings and the rankings should be fun. We have some injuries. So do they. Can we beat them and get ourselves to Super Bowl in Season 3? All right, Season 3 is upon us. Super Bowl is here. Can we win in Season number 3? First quarter, the Bills will take the lead, 7-0. We will tie it and take the lead. We're up 7. And we're going to go up 14. And we're going to go up 21. They cut it to 14. Fourth quarter, we're up 17. They're up 10. Up 13. I think we're good here. We're going to go normal. Because if they score here, there's a chance that... Okay, incomplete pass. All right, they do get the touchdown. A 7-point game. Now make it a 6-point game. So this is an opportunity here. Will we be able to win? Let's see. First and 10. We get an 8-yard reception. We're going to hop in. Up 6. Bills will have to start using their timeouts now. 2nd and 2. First down here would be massive, and we do not get it there, so the Bills will burn a timeout. And actually, well, they had to because of an injury timeout. So minute 49, 3rd and 3. I would like to not have to punt. And I think we got the first down. We did. And they have to use another injury timeout. We did get the first down, 1 timeout left. And that's basically gonna help us out tremendously. They do have 1 timeout left. And Baker, tuck and run, first down. Almost. I don't know if he got it. Did he get it? Are they going to give it to us? They might have just given it to us. It was close. We did get it. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, we will just kneel and win the game. It's that simple. So a 6-point victory in the Super Bowl as your Buccaneers have done it in Season 3. Shout out to them, but we're not done yet. We still have another 2 seasons to try to see if we can win another one. But we got the job done, and we're celebrating like I don't know, we're celebrating. It's a good thing to celebrate. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to the boys. 34-28. Let's go to the offseason recap and then head on to the actual offseason to try to make some more improvements to the roster. All right, Baker Mayfield, Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, NFL MVP, Brian Dable was the coach of the year, Giants, Joe Burrow, offensive player of the Bengals, defensive player of the year, Mike Parsons, Packers, Giants, Darryl Porter, offensive rookie of the defensive rookie of the year, Bryce Cannon from the Lions. But all that matters to me is that we won a Super Bowl. All right, so the good news is we have some money, but that's also because I've already previously offered contracts to some players here. So Winfield, I assume you'll sign that. You do. Okay, great. And we'll obviously restructure. Baker's just going to have to come back on a franchise tag, it looks like, because I'm not going to have enough to re-sign him. So once again, no more grabbing free agents because I'm not going to be able to afford to do so. So it'll have to just be draft stuff. Again. Which is fine. You know? We have some solid young pieces. But yep, Baker Mayfield will be getting a franchise tag. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else here I want to keep. Like Hawkins, I guess we can keep. Yeah, I mean, even if I did restructure, like, it's not really worth it. Yeah, I don't think we'd have enough. So we're just going to franchise tag Baker Mayfield. I wish there was an option to do that instead of having to go like this. I mean, I could try to, you know what, before I actually do that, because maybe, just maybe, I can restructure contracts. The problem is it still probably wouldn't be enough to add more talent through free agency, but it is worth a try. So let's see if we can free up enough money and then re-sign Mayfield, and then hopefully, if we have any extra money left over, maybe pick up a guy or two in free agency. Wouldn't be like a top talent. All right, so I did re-sign Baker, and everybody else here is getting a test. I'm going to restructure his contract, and then what we'll do is, with his reconstructed contract, sign a couple players in free agency. So that ended up working out. I didn't think I'd have enough, but I did. So we're going to try to see if there's anybody out there we can add to the team. We're close to 20 million. I mean, I could go after Gibbs, but like we have Bucky Irving already. Gibbs would be a hell of a player to pick up, but I don't really need him. McKinney could be good. I'd have to look around and see what we need. So let me get to that. I can't get Highsmith. He's too much money. But other than that, yeah, let's just see if there's anybody we could sign. Maybe 2 players. Maybe 1 really good player. Just go from there. Let's do the view recap. I did get Jair Alexander, Brian Ford, fullback, and then we got Trent to be a long snapper. Nothing crazy, but I figured let's just use whatever cap room we had to make some signings to add to the team. As for picks, I mean, we have some later picks, but I would like to try to get some more. So let's see if I can move the 2nd round pick and 3rd round pick to try to add some more players to the roster for season number 4. 4th, 5th, 2, 6, and a 7th from the 49ers for a 2nd round pick, 2029. 2 3rd round picks for a 2 4ths and 2 7ths this year. So that's going to be it there. I will show you guys the draft recaps that are on my 1st round picks. I'm going to head on to season number 4. All right, recap wise, view the contract details. You can see who we drafted. I mean, we've got some good players. I like what we've done. Brett Harper, not Bryce. Thought maybe we got Bryce Harper there, but we didn't. All right, let's head on to season number 4 with this roster. Let's see if we can win another Super Bowl in the video. All right, season 4. Let's take a look here at the roster. All right, should be fun. Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback. Halfbacks Bucky Irving, Brian Robinson Jr., and Jeremiah Love are the top 3 guys. We have Brian Ford now as the fullback. Chris Godwin Jr., Buccaneers and McMillan are the wide receivers. Tight end will be Cade Otton. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs. Left guard Tavon Cross. Center will be Graham Barton. Left tackle the right guard. Right tackle Luke. Left edge, Arnold still. Right edge will be Braswell. Defensive tackle, we got Vea. A lot of defensive tackles on the team right now. Sam, CJ Allen. Mike's going to be Bradley. Vaughn at the will spot corners. Jay Alexander, Morrison, and McCollum are the top 3 corners. Free safety will be Antoine Winfield Jr. Strong safety will be Tyke Smith. Kicking, McLaughlin. Punting, Pinion. Long snappers, Trent. Excuse me. I mean, I guess I could look at the improved team. Not to say that I will improve the team, since it really isn't. I mean, there is a need for some positions, but I mean, we can get Osa. Maybe. Do we have enough money for Osa? We do. I'm going to sign Osa. Well, actually, we already have so many defensive tackles. It doesn't make sense to get him. Doesn't really make sense for that. I would rather get... to be honest, I'd rather get another Will, if there is another Will out there. I think I'll do that, just because we don't have... Or Mike. Mike's aren't very good. I get Drew Tranquil. He's fine for the season. I think it makes sense. So we'll sign him, and that'll be it for me. I will see you guys at the midseason point. I think we should be a playoff team again, but let's see what EA has to say about my thoughts. All right, well, we're 3-4, so I mean, we've been good offensively. Defensively, not so much. So we're still have a chance to make the playoffs. Wouldn't guarantee it, but you never know. We'll have to look at the stats here. I mean, Mayfield's been having a good season. 1,583 yards, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, 115.7 passer rating. Yeah, offensively, not going to be a problem. Bucky Irving, 40, 1 TD, 144 and 3 from Love. Okay. Receiving-wise, 4, 3, and 7 from Chris Godwin Jr., Jalen McMillan. 343 and 1, 276 and 3 from Cade. Big Buka, 252 and 2. Sacks allowed, 5 from Wirfs, a couple guys with 4, 3 from Eckel. Cross with 1. Defensively, 39 tackles from Allen, 32 from Tranquil. A few guys with 30, 29 from Arnold. Smith, 27, and a few guys with 20. Dips from there. Sacks, 4 from Vea. Arnold, 2.5. A couple guys with 2. A couple guys with 1. Half sack there from McCollum. Interception, just 1 from Tranquil. New Year kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return right there for those that are curious. And on that note, let's see who's up for negotiations. Morrison is, Parrish, Barton, Quiddy, Arnold, Luke, Drew, Allen, and Proctor have options. But yeah, I'm 50 million over the cap right now, so that's before restructuring. I could probably restructure and get some of that money back, but for now, I'm just going to dance on, see if we can make the playoffs. It would require us having a good second half of the season. Are we capable of doing so? Maybe. We have to make sure we don't lose any more games. We slipped in 9-8. Taking on the Packers. You can see the ratings there. We do have 4 injuries, but listen, we did slip in 9-8. Just got in. Let's take a look at the stats and awards. Baker Mayfield, 3,749 yards, 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He has 70% completion percentage with 115.8 passer rating. Rush-wise, Bucky Irving, 1,228 yards, 7 TDs, 399 and 6 from Love. Baker Mayfield, 343 and 3. In terms of receiving yards, 2,090 and 15 from Chris Godwin Jr., 825 and 5 from McBuka, 678 and 3 from McMillan, Cade Otton, 581 and 5. Blocking, you have your sacks allowed. A few guys with 7, a couple with 5, a couple with 2, and 1 from Alford. So everybody that was on our line had a sack allowed. Crazy. 78 tackles from Allen, 69 from Tranquil, nice, 66 from Smith. Sack 1, 64, 61 from Parrish, 6 from Alexander. Kind of just dips from there. You see the sacks there. Vea at 10.5, 8 from Vaughn, can't see 7, 5 from Braswell, Arnold 4.5, 4 from Quiddy, 2.5 from CJ, Matthews 1.5, 1 from Bradley. Tranquil and McCollum a half sack each. Interceptions, we have a bunch of guys with 1. And of course you have kicking. 6 missed field goals there. Punting, kick return, and punt return as well. Not bad. All right, let's get to simulating Buccaneers versus Packers. Who will come out victorious? Let's find out. All right, can we win against the Packers, or will our efforts be futile? That, my friends, is the question. So we are on the road. We do take the first blood. They will tie it. And we will be down 10-7 second half. Packers score first, up 10. Fourth quarter. And we need to score here. We kind of did. All right, 3-1. Fourth and inches. Got to get it here. We do. All right, minute 57. We're going to hop in. I'm going to give you guys some gameplay right here. 47-yard line, a minute 57 to go in this matchup here. Can we tie it? Or maybe even take the lead. Maybe we go for 2. Assuming we tie it. We lost 1 yard there. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. All right. 6-yard gain. Call a timeout. 3rd and 5. We get a first. McMillan with the reception. I know that's 7 yards. Clock continues to run. Pick up about 8. That'll be a timeout there. 2nd and 2. Clock is at a minute 16. You have to go 26 yards. We get a first, get out of bounds. Clock stops. 23-yard line. Still have a timeout. Definitely doable. We can definitely tie this game up. All right, clock will run. 45 and counting. And we get it there, and that'll be our final timeout. So with the 7-yard line, at this rate, we're going for it. This is big right here. 1st and goal. Let's see what we're capable of. Baker looking, and we do tie. Well, we don't tie it yet. Chris Godwin Jr. going crazy. Going crazy on there. So we're gonna get the extra point. I'm gonna keep talking. I think we're gonna get the extra point. We do. All right. Tie game. Tie game. Tie game. Had to turn that fan on, and I figured, you know what? I'm not even gonna cut it. I'm just gonna turn it on. So we have a tie game. Probably gonna go over. Well, I don't want to say that because Packers have 3 timeouts, 29 seconds. Easily can get in the field goal range and win this football game. Which is something that EA would love to do. All right. Let's see. They didn't gain anything there. Oh, they're going to overtime. Yeah. All right. So we're going to overtime. I'm exiting. Hopefully it doesn't show the... Oh. Okay. 1st and 10. Okay, wait a second. Before we do anything, let's jump forward normal speed. All right, here we go. 3-yard rush, 2nd and 7. All right, they are in. Yeah, they're gonna score here. They're gonna score here. 2nd and inches. Yeah, the Packers are gonna score, and they take the lead. All right, we have to try to tie this game up. Will we be able to do so? Let's find out. 1st and 10, we get a 12-yard reception. Good start. 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Ooh, not good. All right, 4th and inches, we got to hop in. This is the game right here. You got to get this first down. Will we get it? We do. Bucky Irving. Right up the middle. All right. My guy is tired. 37-yard line. Now, mind you, We still need to score. We have to score a touchdown to tie the game. I will take the 2-yard gain. It's fine with me. 2-yard gain, nothing special about it. I'll take that gain even more. We have to call a timeout, injury timeout. So that's fine. It doesn't use one of our timeouts, so that's good. 15-yard line. We're in primetime scoring position here. Let's see if we can do it. Mayfield looking, gets Cade on a 9-yard gain. And the clock continues to run. 2nd and 1. Not quite 1st and goal yet. Not quite at the goal. But we're going to do it here. Oh, Baker. Shy of the end zone 1-yard line, though. All we have to do is punch this in. And we tie it up. Whoa, no one was open there. 2nd and goal. And we're going to lose some yards there. 5 yards. Now, 5-yard line, lost 4. We have 2 opportunities left here. And wow. A sack. I saw that one coming from a mile away. Nobody there. So now we have to score here. Baker looking. And it is a touchdown. What a catch from McMillan. Oh, that was, yeah, Jalen McMillan. I was Jalen McMillan. What a catch. So we tie it up if we make this extra point. Oh, we got a flag. What's going to happen here? Oh, that's pretty much about it. Nothing happens. All right. We're going to jump forward. Normal speed. End of the game and see what happens. So, can we play some defense here and force turnover is the question. 2nd and 12. 3rd and 10. Okay, 4th and 2. What are they going to do? Okay, they're going to punt. We're going to hop in. 241. Next score wins. You guys are getting a lot of gameplay right now, so that's huge for you guys. Baker. 4-yard gain. We all have our timeouts. That's good. 2nd and 6. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Clock will run. We need to get about another... Let's get another 20 yards. Let's get another 20. Loss of 1 doesn't help me. That's not great. 2nd and 11. Baker. Yup. McMillan again. 6-yard gain. Clock does stop. 3rd and 5, though. Let's see what we decide to do here on this play. Get rid of it. Yep. There we go. We are now in field goal range at the 32-yard line. I think we're just going to try to get a little bit closer to make it easier. We get a no gain there. Hopefully our coach uses a timeout here. Okay. Good. Alright, all we have to do is kick this field goal and we win. So can Chase do it? Chase, do it. Or will we blow it here? Here it comes. The snap. The kick is up. And it is good. So we advance. Crazy game. Really crazy game right there. We advance, though, as we win by 3. On to the next matchup we go. Only the divisional, by the way. No, we're only at the divisional. You can see we're down the 49ers. They are looking better than us, but we'll see if we can beat them here and advance back to the NFC Championship game in season number 4. Here we go. NFC divisional. Trying to get to the championship game. We're going to fast forward to the end of the game. It would be nice if we just win. Or, you know, we'll see. Down 3-0. Make it 10. Make it 13. Cut it to 6. Take the lead by 1. 2-point game. We got 1. Go normal here. 2nd and 5. 4-yard rush. 3rd and 1. Get a first down. 8-yard rush. 4-yard rush. 3-yard rush. And that's it. 7-yard rush. We're going to kneel, and we are going to advance to the conference championship game. We win by 1. It was a good comeback. We were down 13-0. We ended up winning 17-16. Great second half for the Buccaneers. Falcons are the matchup. Can we win against them? I have no idea, but I would love to and get back to the Super Bowl again. So let's hop on to the Super Sim and see if we can beat the Falcons. Our rivals. All right, we're going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Let's see if we can beat the Falcons. You know, it's funny how their logo is like an F. It's awesome for Falcon. We're down 7-3. They're gonna make it an 11-point game. Cut it to 4. Going to the second half. Atlanta scores first. We're down 11. We cut it to 3. We take a 4-point lead. They have a 3-point lead now. Alright. It's not looking good. 3rd and 14. Get a stop. Alright, they got a punt. So, a minute 45. We have a chance to tie this game. 50 seconds to go. Alright, 2nd and 6. I'm hopping in. 2nd and 6, 40-yard line. Can we get a little bit more yardage? And if so, we can get back. We can go to overtime and tie this game. All right, we do get some yardage there. We're going to call a timeout. 47-yard line. Problem is now we're going to play the sidelines. We're still a little far out for a field goal to tie the game. But that will help us there. That will help us. 2nd and 3. We need to get a little bit closer, I think. If we can get like 6 more yards... Not even, well, I mean, yeah, obviously you want 6 more. More the better. I mean, this is a far one. Alright, that's fine. 33-yard line. It's going to have to work. I don't think we're going to do... I mean, unless we want to try to get a little closer, nah, we just got to go for it. So this is it right here. To tie the game. Can Chase do it? Or will he fub up? Will McLaughlin, the laughiest Laughlin, I know it's Laugh, but Laugh, McLaughlin. We're laughing about that one as he makes it. All right. So we tie the game. And we are going to go to overtime, it looks like. Unless they somehow return this. Okay. So overtime. We're just going to kind of go fast with it. All right, 10 yards. 3-yard rush. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 2. First down. Another 6 yards. Up. 1st and 10. We get sacked. That's not great. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 19. All right, we're going to settle for the field goal. We make it. 45 yards. All right. So we have the lead. 3rd and inches. You get a 10-yard rush. You get a 10-yard rush. All right, 2nd and 13. And we get the stop. I was going to hop in, but hey, we win by 3 and are going to our 2nd Super Bowl of the video. Can we win another Super Bowl is the question. Well, we're going to find out. Shout out to Mayfield and the boys for getting the job done. All right, Las Vegas Raiders. And you can see they are certainly more advantaged than us in everything. This should be a fun matchup. Can we win our 2nd straight Super Bowl and the 2nd one of the video? Well, we're going to answer that right now. I'll see you once I'm in the game. Okay. Here we go. Super Sim time. Will the Buccaneers do it, or will we be futile? Well, starting it off, Raiders have a 7-0 lead. Funny enough, this is our home stadium, so it would be great to win it here, but we're down 14, make it 21, and we are not even... Okay, we did score at least, but we lose the Super Bowl, and sucks to lose it here, because this is actually our field, but 24-6, you know, it's unfortunate, but yeah, Baker was horrible. Yeah, that doesn't really help me out, so, alright. We will go on to the offseason now for the final season and see if we can maybe try one more time again next year. You know, I figured the Raiders were just the better team, so it makes sense. Sam Darnold was the Super Bowl MVP. Burrow, MVP, OPOY. Jared O'Gallagher, Coach of the Year. Raiders, of course. Watt, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Carr on the Raiders, Rookie of the Year. Offensive League, Gabe Heath, Chargers, Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right, on to the offseason we go. All right, well, I've got some negotiations to do, but I don't have the money to do so. We'll accept, accept options. All I saw was C.J. Allen, but I'm sure there's another one here. Yep, Caden Proctor. I was looking for him. He was hiding from me. All right. As for these guys, we'd love to keep them around. We'll see if we can. If I can't, then it sucks to suck. But I assume I will be able to restructure and keep most of them around at least. But only time will tell. Alright, well, I got some bad news. I restructured contracts and I still don't have enough money. So we are losing all of these guys. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It would have been nice to win it, and I wouldn't have cared if they left. But now I'm a little bit upset because obviously I would love to re-sign them, but I can't. So, what's a good... Oof. Got a good free agency class here, too. A lot of good players. Some of them being mine that I can't keep. So, I'm just going to then have to try to acquire some picks, since I don't have any picks for 2029. Alright, I traded for the Packers' first-round pick, as well as a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 2 7ths. We gave them 2 first-round picks, a 3rd, and 2 7th. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, the Lions for 2 second-round picks. Alright, Seahawks, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 2 4ths, 2 5ths, 2 6ths. That's it. Alright, so I'm just going to have to find replacements in the draft, fill out the rest of the roster. So I'll see you guys at the draft, because I do have a first-round pick. We'll try to see who is out there to select for us. So we have pick 23, so I might as well show you who we take, although it's an auto-generated player. We might as well make my selection, see who we can get. I mean, ideally, one of these guys would be cool. What would I want is the question. I don't know if honestly, there's really nobody here that I'm looking at it like saying like, yeah, we need one of these guys. What's our left tackle situation looking like? Fine. A left guard situation. Right edge, Sam's. Strong safeties. I feel like I need a center, but it's all the way down, nowhere to be found, so these guys are all like day 3 dudes. Alright, I'm just going to get best player available. You know what? I could take Blake Blanton out of North Dakota State, and I think that's what I'll do. For the memes, we'll do it. All right, yeah. Also, too, you got to remember, like, I think if Mayfield goes down, I might as well need like another quarterback for the 5th final season. So I don't think it hurts to have him. So, yeah. Outside of that, you can see the rest of the guys who drafted. Again, nothing too crazy. But, all right, that's it. I'll see you guys at the start of the 5th and final season, and then we'll simulate and try to see if we can get back to the playoffs. 5th and final season, we've got Mayfield as the quarterback. Halfbacks, Irving, Love, and Mobley. Fullback, Ford, Bucca, Vernon, and Jackson are the top 3 wide receivers. Tight end's going to be Cade Ottenstill. Left tackle, Tristan Wirfs. Left guard is going to be Harper. Center, nobody. Travis at the right guard. Right tackle, Alford. Left edge, Andrews. Right edge will be Braswell. Defense tackle, we got Vea. Sam's going to be CJ Allen. Mike's going to be Chapman. Will's going to be Zach Bond. Corners, McCollum, Alexander, and Warner are the top 3 guys on the team. Free safety, Winfield Jr. Strong safety will be Tyke Smith. Kicking, nobody. Punting, nobody. Long snapper is Trent. As for what I think is going to happen with this team, I don't know if we're going to be able to make playoffs, but we're definitely a bit of a down year. It might be a down year in our 5th and final season, but you know what? We're going to try our best. Luckily, I do already have a Super Bowl. Would have been nice to win that one last year, give us 2 for the video, but you know, I'm not too keen on us winning the Super Bowl this year. Maybe we could slip in as a wildcard team again, but only time will tell. So I'll see you guys at the midseason point, and we'll assess the team and how they're doing from then. 4-3, not bad. We actually are doing pretty solid. You can see the ratings and the rankings are pretty good. No injuries, which is always a positive thing. NFC South's pretty solid. And we might have a wildcard spot if we're lucky. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, you see Mayfield's having a good season. I mean, I'm not going to read all. You guys can see them. You know, see how he's doing. He's doing pretty solid. Our backs are looking pretty good. Irving, Love, sort of carrying that backfield. Our receivers, we've done a solid job. Coker's got 7 touchdowns. That's wonderful. As for sacks, I mean, our lines has been pretty good. We've been blocking fairly well. So it's something that we like to see. In terms of defense, you can see who's, you know, getting to players and tackling them. As well as for losses. That's always a good thing, too. Sack leaders. Braswell is at 6.5. Just 3 interceptions as a team. Of course, you have your kicking and punting as well. And, of course, the kick return and punt return, too. Can't forget about that. And, again, I'm not making any trades. I can't really do that. And I can't really make any signings. So, therefore, this is how the team is going to be. And, yeah, let's just simulate the rest of the way and see if we can get back to the playoffs. And, wow, we did terrible. Okay. I guess the video ends like that. I don't know how we went 4-13, but we did. We were terrible. I'm going to take a guess and say we had an injury to somebody, because there's just no way we were that bad in the second half of the season. But okay. It's an unfortunate way to end it. Missed the playoffs twice this video, but made the Super Bowl twice. Very weird. Opposite ends. We at least won one, which is good, but would have been nice to win 2. But unfortunately, we couldn't. I mean, on offense, we looked fine. Was it on? I feel like on defense, we maybe missed one. Bucca missed a game, but I feel like that's not enough. See the blocking, sacks allowed. A couple guys in double figures. In terms of tackles and defense, you could see tackles. You got your sack leaders, interception leaders. Let's just take a look at the games. I mean, like the guys that were, well, I was going to say Vea missed time. Canty missed time. Okay. All right. I mean, some guys, but is that really enough for us to lose that much? I mean, I guess it was. I mean, our defense was brutal, so it had to have been because our defense stunk. Unfortunate, but I mean, the silver lining here is that we did get our Super Bowl in season number 3, and the goal was to win 5 seasons, and I accomplished that goal. So, on that note, let's head on to the off seasons. Look at the awards and then close it out. Bills beat the Rams. Josh Allen, Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, NFL MVP. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Christian Kirk, Offensive Player of the Defense Player, T.J. Watt. Andy Heaton, Offensive Rookie of the Titans. Defensive Rookie of the Jordan Howard of the Commanders. And that's all she wrote. Let's advance on to nothing because that's the end of the video. So we'll go to the full screen and close it out. Well, that's going to be for me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment down below some videos. Get our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you look at the content from me, TJP. Now we're on to the first round teams. Get eliminated in the first round. I think we're only up to 8 teams left that need to be done, so that's great. I think we have a college football video coming out, and then 2K, but then we'll get back to Madden Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think this video is coming out. Yeah, this video is coming out Saturday. So stuff. All right, time for me to head out. Take care, everybody. We will see you soon. Peace.